Imagine this. You're in your own apartment with your girlfriend, enjoying a lazy weekend. Suddenly, your bedroom door is shaking because your mom has let herself in with a spare key, and she's screaming at you for being disrespectful. That was my reality. And today, I'm going to tell you the story of how I lost my mom's trust, and why I don't regret it. I'm 26 years old. I live with my girlfriend, who's also 26. We've been together for 3 years, and honestly, it's been one of the best decisions of my life. We're independent, working professionals. I cover the rent for our apartment, but we share bills, groceries, and responsibilities. We have a balanced, happy life. Our weekends? They're sacred. Lazy mornings, cooking breakfast, cuddling on the couch, sometimes just existing together. But my mom has always been the storm waiting outside the door. She's 54, caring but controlling. Growing up, she always had the last word in the house. And when I moved out, I thought that control would fade. For a while it seemed like it did, but then little cracks started showing. She'd call at odd hours just to check in. She'd make passive-aggressive comments about how my girlfriend wasn't really family. And the biggest issue? She had a spare key to my apartment for emergencies. I never thought she'd abuse it, until she did. It was a Saturday. My girlfriend and I were having one of our lazy mornings. No alarms, no rushing, just us. Earlier in the week, my mom had told me she wanted to drop off some homemade food. I said, "Sure, but come after 4 p.m. We'll be free then." She agreed. At 2 p.m., while we were in the bedroom, we suddenly heard the sound of a key turning in the front door. My heart skipped. My girlfriend froze. Then, bang, 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 not on the front door, on our bedroom door. My mom's voice, "I know what you're doing in there. Have some respect. This is disgusting." I scrambled for clothes, panic and anger mixing inside me. I opened the door, and there she was, my mom, standing in the hallway like a judge ready to hand down a sentence. "Mom, what the hell are you doing here? I told you 4 o'clock. Her, "You think you can just act like animals when guests are here? You have no shame." Me, guests? "Mom, you are the guest. This is my apartment!" But she wasn't listening. She just kept going, calling it inappropriate, saying I had no manners. And then the worst part. She turned to my girlfriend and said, "You should be ashamed of yourself letting this happen." I saw my girlfriend's face fall. She didn't even argue. She just grabbed her keys and left. The slam of the front door felt like a punch to my chest. It was just me and my mom. I snapped. "You don't get to come into my house, insult my girlfriend, and act like you own this place. You've crossed a line," she shot back. "Don't you dare speak to me like that. I'm your mother." Me, and I'm an adult. This is my home. If you can't respect that, you don't belong here. The fight dragged on for 10 minutes. I told her to give me back the spare key. She refused, said I was being disrespectful. I stood my ground. Finally, with shaking hands, she threw the key onto the table. "Fine, if that's how it is." She stormed out, slamming the door behind her. "I'm deeply disappointed in you. The way you spoke to me was unacceptable. I raised you better than this." The next day, my dad called. Then my sister. Both told me I was too harsh, that I shouldn't have put her in that situation. But here's the truth. She put herself in that situation. She ignored the time I gave her. She abused the spare key. She barged into my home. Was I harsh? Maybe, but I wasn't wrong. Boundaries aren't disrespect. They're survival. And in that moment, I realized something. If I don't protect my relationship and my peace, nobody else will. My girlfriend deserves respect. I deserve respect. And my mom? She needs to understand that I'm not her little boy anymore. The lesson, strong emotional closing. Here's what I've learned. Loving your parents doesn't mean letting them walk all over you. Protecting your partner means standing up, even to family. Peace at home is worth more than avoiding conflict. That day, I didn't just take back a spare key. I took back control of my life. Final closing, direct to audience. So, what do you think? Was I too harsh? Or was I right to stand my ground? Because here's the thing. So many of us struggle with overbearing parents. And sometimes, the hardest battle isn't against strangers. It's against the people who love us, but refuse to let us grow. In my case, I don't regret it. For the first time, I feel free.